Hello, my name is Freddy Fernandez, and I'm here to do my demonstration speech. And these are my two people that you told me to have in they're there, okay? And I'm gonna talk to you about the engineering design process. That'll be my demonstration speech. So the goal of my speech is to inform the audience or whoever may be watching this in the future about what engineers are and about what the engineering process is. By the end of my speech, I hope that you take away a little more and you know a little more about what this speech is about. So what is the engineering process? The engineering process is a series of steps that helps an individual break down and find key errors in a design to help improve and optimize the use of the specific design, idea, or strictly anything you would like to do in your day-to-day life. So step one of this design is to define the problem and goal. So for me, when I was in robotics, my problem was already given to me by the teacher, which was given to them by the state. And my goal was pretty much to figure out how to take that problem and find a solution out of it in my own creative way without copying anybody's robots while making it unique and making it the top robot of the state. Well, the second step is to research. And when I had my robot, I had to do research about how mechanics work, what was the force involved in it, how much electricity the motors can take before overloading, what type of motor speeds I can use, what type of metals were the heaviest, lightest, and how overall would it work in making the robot as light as possible or as fast as possible while doing it. Step 3 of the engineering design process is to pick a solution or imagine a solution that nobody else imagined. So pretty much for me, I would have to pick out of all the solutions that my team and I came up with, I would have to pick for my part of the robot the best solutions that fit with our criteria and that would help us hopefully win state champ of a robot. So the best solution, okay, step 4 is considering out of the solution you've picked, if it's the most feasible to proceed with building and creating. Because what one has to realize when making a robot is that not only do we have certain materials we have to use, but if we don't have the material, then technically the team is on a budget. We ourselves have to provide the materials. And usually it is, if you're doing something pretty expensive, most of us were in high school, so we didn't have the money to do it. So we just chose the design that looked the cheapest, will being the best, will being the least time consuming, that would fit with our project. And step 5 of the design process is to create and test a prototype of the part or robot. So once I had a few prototypes made already of my part of the robot, I will give it to our team. They would implement it into our main robot that they've already built, and they would test all these various parts, see which one is the one with least errors, and which one is the one, if it had errors, which one was the one that we can fix and improve the most to prepare us for the tournament. Which leads us to step 6 of the design process, is just to improve. Once, no matter what, there's always room for improvement. No matter what, if the robot was the best, we were never allowed to think with that. If the robot, to our eyes and teammates, seemed the best, we always had to keep thinking of ways to improve it, ways to make it faster. Because once we already had it built, that step, we can just go back to step 1, just design, okay, how can we make the robot better, and then start over again. And this was my demonstration speech. Thank you so much for watching.